Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Two Buds One podcast. This is episode 87. My name is TheTechnojelly with my co-host Alchem Games. Alchem,
Hey.
I was gonna say some like medium things hit, but actually, some big things did actually hit, like in terms of the
Yeah.
news cycle, because like Bethesda came out and just like decided to announce 20 different things. It feels like,
Yeah.
and okay. Okay. The reason I'm laughing is because this feels okay. The Bethesda update was a Twitter thing and a bunch of like other what's it called? Like news posts and or like what are those things? The updates on their website type of deal, right? And it's one of those things to see, but it also feels like hey, we're still working. Like it sounds like one of those, hey guys, we're still working, you know? Cuz like it's been a long time since anything Bethesda came out, right? Now, with the caveat of yes, I understand Starfield. Starfield did come out. But like a new IP, and it's not like I hate Starfield, but like Bethesda is known for now Fallout and Elder Scrolls, and there hasn't been a new Fallout and Elder Scrolls game in a very long time, you know?
Yes.
So, and I know, Alchem, for you personally, you're not the biggest Bethesda fan, right?
I've played
You've
practically all of them
enjoyed,
except for maybe Morrowind,
yeah.
and
Did you play New Vegas? I remember us talking before. I don't think you played New
I
Vegas.
have not played New Vegas. I
Yeah.
do need to give that a shot one day because that honestly was one of the
Well,
better
you
ones,
might,
even though it's
if you
technically.
wait a little bit longer, you could play a potentially better version of the game. We'll get to that. Uh,
Oh,
but
fuck.
but
Oh,
yeah,
you're gonna
so
leave me
like
on the cliffhanger like this?
I'm leaving on a
Okay.
cliffhanger. I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger. Um,
Uh,
because like, because for me personally, I'm a huge Fallout fan, but I'm not the biggest Elder Scrolls fan. I, unfortunately for me personally, I was one of those weird people who didn't really enjoy Skyrim because I played it late and I kept hearing people like it was the best game ever. It changed their lives when they played it. And when I played it, like years and years later, I'm like,
mhm.
this is a pretty good video game. But it didn't blow my mind like it did everyone else, right? But once again, not necessarily Skyrim's fault. It's not Skyrim's fault that I was super overhyped about this game. But I understand that everyone really enjoyed the Skyrim games. I never played Oblivion. I played Oblivion Remastered, enjoyed that one. And
Okay.
I've watched a ton of stuff about Elder Scrolls games because I know people really love the Elder Scrolls games, right? And
Mhm.
so it's been how long? Skyrim came out 2013,
I believe so. I've honestly forgotten.
so 13
It's been a
years
while.
basically since the last Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls 6 was announced 7 years ago and it's still not out. So it is been a very long time since a mainline Bethesda game came out. Because I mean, Fallout 4 is still really old nowadays too. Fallout 4 came out almost over 6 years ago now. So it's been a long time. And so this big announcement from Bethesda Game Studios on their official Twitter account. First of all, they glazed themselves for a little bit because they've been,
I mean,
whether you hate
it's their
or
thing. So
yeah, well, whether you hate or not, Bethesda makes good games. Well, allegedly, it depend. I guess that
allegedly,
depends on your definition of good games, but I think they're decent games.
guys, I think Jelly's a secret hater.
I'm not. I think I'm a.
Not even a secret
I
hater.
don't think I'm secret about it.
Yeah.
Look, I like their games, but I wish Bethesda would do better things with the games, Like Elder Scrolls 6 I think is going to be a very big testament of what they can do because Starfield I think is fundamentally flawed with the way the game's designed. Like you can still have fun with Starfield, don't get me wrong, but I think fundamentally it is flawed. Fallout 4 is a great game as long as you ignore all the writing in the game until as soon as you try to understand and follow any of the writing, it falls apart really fast. Um, and Skyrim is not
Mm,
exactly known for its writing. It's mostly world design and gameplay. So like they're really good at world design and making games that play and have you can have fun with. But the problem is that the weakest part of Bethesda has always been, in my opinion, the writing and the. It's kind of weird to say this, but I feel like their RPGs aren't as RPG, which is weird to say because I mean, like some like Skyrim, you can play literally any character, but like it's weird. It I don't know. It's hard to explain. And Starfield is just like it's barely an RPG at this point. Like it feels like it's very strange. But I mean, Starfield is just Fallout 4 in space
hmm,
in terms of gameplay, and the Fallout 4 gameplay is fine. But like I said, the writing has always been the biggest problem in my opinion. So we'll see with Elder Scrolls
gotcha.
6.
Yeah.
But so they go on and they're basically the big thing for Bethesda is they're announcing all the upcoming things that they're working on, right? And they're basically saying, hey, like they're gonna all the best beats of all their IP, like what is happening. And so they start with Starfield, which makes sense. It's the newest one. And they have said that 17 million players logging almost a billion hours to date, which is funny because they say players because Starfield is on Game Pass. So that boosts their players a lot, probably. Because I don't think
Yeah, most
Starfield
likely.
sold like it sold fine, but I don't think it sold 17 million copies. Let's be real here.
Neither do I.
Um, because how I played it was on Game Pass,
It's
and that's how
inflated
I played.
numbers.
It's
It's
inflated numbers, but
definitely.
also like like I said, not a bad game. I played it, enjoyed it enough, but never played it. Like I didn't play like I think I played like a couple hours, and I was like, okay, I think I get it. I'm not sure if I'm into it, and maybe I'll come back to it. And I have never gone back to it.
Yeah,
Um,
makes sense.
so they're entering year 3, and Starfield will continue expanding the settled system with new stories, target gameplay improvements, and additional updates while preparing for the new launch of the Starborn content next year. More 40% have already customized their experience through Creations. Creations is their paid mods slash free mods system. Uh,
Paid mods?
well,
I'm
you remember that really the creator club
I r-
thing that they pushed on Skyrim? They
yeah.
just brought it back, and then they just didn't. People got angry, but like you know,
They just kept it
the
anyway.
difference
Oh,
is
I thought they oh,
the
okay. I thought
difference
they got rid of
is
it.
the original system made it so you couldn't use like it made it more difficult to mod stuff on PC if I remember correctly. The newest one keeps the paid mod stuff and like the free mod stuff, but it's mostly for the console market. Because like how do you mod
Mm,
on console? So
yeah.
that's mostly for the consoles, and for the PC guys, it's you could still just go to Nexus mods and stuff like that for almost all the
Oh,
Bethesda games. So they
good.
didn't just kill Nexus mods; they just said, "Okay, fine, but we want to do this anyway." And people were like angry, were like rah rah rah. But it. How else are
Rah,
some
rah, rah,
console guys
however
gonna
you
get
do
these creations? And honestly, it's not the worst.
it. It's like that's a neat thing they don't.
Yeah. So that is what's going for the Starfield stuff. New DLC coming out next year, or new Starborn content. I don't know if that's DLC or free update. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think Starborn is like
Mm,
their what's it called? Their versions of like DLC stuff, but I'm not sure
okay.
honestly. So they talk about the created mods stuff for Fallout 4 and stuff like that. And though they do say we're proud to say creators have already earned more than $10 million in royalties from their work. Because one good thing is that the people who make the mods for the creations store do get paid. Like it's not like they take a cut, right? So like it's good. Like so, over $10 million have been made
Yeah.
by the creators, which is nice. But for me personally, the big one is the future of Fallout, right? And they literally call it the future of Fallout. So, one of the saddest things, Fallout 5 is basically in like it's in the works, but it is long range destination, as they said. So Fallout 5 is
Oh, god damn
nowhere
it.
near complete. We from what we know from the main teams at Bethesda, Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out, and then full on Fallout 5. So Fallout
They
5
have
right
to
now
stop doing this.
is nowhere near and completed. Like I'm
They-
honestly, Alchem, earliest
Yeah.
2030s. Early
I am
2030s
tired of them
is the
doing
earliest.
this. It's
Yeah.
like literally every single time that we
Yeah.
have this new game coming out, everyone's gonna be super excited 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are you shitting me?
Yeah. Well, because technically Fallout 5 was accidentally announced by I think it was I think it was actually Todd Howard. He accidentally mentioned it like in one of the interviews he did. But I mean, like, of course they're working on Fallout 5. Like Fallout 4 was one of the biggest, like one of the best selling games for them ever. So like, of course they're working on it. It's just painfully slow, right? Similar
Uh,
with all the Elder Scrolls fans. Like Elder Scrolls 6 has taken way too long to come out. So, you know, that's unfortunate.
like, but I want it now. I mean, yes,
um,
I know I sound greedy.
yeah,
I know that
yeah.
it takes a while for games to develop, but
It's true.
man, when they
They
announce
they
this
are
stuff, you kind of
they're
just
they're pushing it when it comes. Like
you
I
want it
understand.
sooner.
Yeah, like I get it. Games take a long time to make, but like don't announce it 7 years ago. You know, that was my biggest problem for Elder Scrolls 6. Like they just shouldn't have announced it. Like everyone knows that Bethesda's making another Fallout game or another Elder Scrolls game. But just like
Yeah,
you don't have to announce it because
just
when you announce it, it should come out within a couple years. I think 3 to 4 years max. But if it's longer than that, don't bother announcing it, especially
don't
for
bother.
Bethesda.
You're just building unnecessary hype, and then
Yeah,
that
and then
unnecessary
people,
hype will cause expectations,
yeah,
and the expectations will never be enough by the time the game fully comes out. That has been a constant thing that has happened over the years in gaming. But
yeah,
everyone keeps making this fucking mistake. They keep
they do.
thinking, no, ours is going to be the next big thing. It'll change it'll change the gaming atmosphere, blah blah blah. And then it did okay. It was mediocre at best. It's like no one learns. No one fucking learns.
Yeah. So that is
But
Fallout
hell,
5, right?
yes,
Um
that is.
you played Fallout 4, right?
Yes, I have.
Did you like Fallout
Fallout
4?
4. It was
Were
okay.
you in my agreement of Fallout? Do you remember what I said about Fallout 4? Do you agree with me or disagree? Or would you like to repeat what I
Refresh
said?
my memory, please.
So I
Refresh my.
said
It gives you more.
Fallout 4 is a really fun game to play as long as you ignore all the dialogue. Because as soon as you try to understand the story, it starts to be really like it starts to be really either like not necessarily bad, but like it's a very
Campy.
dumb video game story. And it makes no
It's campy.
sense. It makes zero sense.
It's like campy, but in a bad way because it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. It tries to be serious while campy is supposed to be goofball funny
Yeah.
in a morbid way, but they try to be more serious. Which is
Yeah.
like no,
I
no,
think it
this is Fallout for
also
fuck's sake. It shouldn't be.
it also commits like the greatest sin in video games like RPG stories in my opinion, where
It's boring.
the whole story is about finding your son. But like
Oh
what
yeah,
if you
the main plot.
you spent like 30 seconds with him? Like not even a
Yeah,
like you not even like it's literally not even a cutscene basically. Like guys, like at least a couple minutes, you know? Like let me be invested in the son in some
but you
way.
saw him as a baby.
Yeah. But like
And
it's
that
one
was
of
it.
those things where I like and another like this goes a little in depth, but if you actually beeline trying to if you play the character of a concerned parent trying to find their son,
Mhm.
like you it's so funny because like it's one on one hand it's really unfortunate that Fallout 4 is voiced, because your character, the voiced character, cares about the sun. And it's very emotional, and they're decent voice acting. Unfortunately, I think it like you it when you play the female character, the voice lines are fine, but the fact that you know how to shoot guns and stuff like that is weird, because you're not a soldier, you're a lawyer, and you know how to use perfect weapons all the time. But that, like I said, that's a different problem. That's a nitpicky nerd problem that I have. But like,
All right.
it's one of those things where, like, if you play and you beeline like trying to find your son, it really makes no sense, because like, I don't know, it's just weird. It feels
You
like the
are
pacing
okay.
is really weird.
The pacing is very odd because you are supposed to go off the beaten path. That's the
Yeah.
intended idea.
Mm.
But they forget some gamers actually do like following a single storyline and then eventually go. So like some people will just go off
Yeah.
the beaten path
They'll
and go
just
explore everything.
yeah.
Some people immediately just do the side quest and then do the main story,
Yeah.
which works at least better for storytelling. But yeah, if you were to just follow the main story first and
Mm.
get to the end,
You
yeah, yeah,
literally you literally hit roadblocks because you need to do side quests in order to
mhm,
progress the main story, which, like, as a gameplay, like in a gameplay
mechanic.
mechanic, makes sense. You want the players to do side content, because some side
Mhm,
content is the best content. you know
yep,
like, when people talk about Oblivion and Skyrim and Fallout 3, like, some of the people's best memories of those games is the side content, or like the faction quests, like the Thieves Guild and stuff like that style stuff
yep.
in Elder Scrolls, or like the burning tree, the tree quest in
Oh
Fallout
yeah, the
3.
tree quest
The
in
tree quest in
Fallout 3 was
Fallout 3 is
awesome.
amazing. Um
That was great. I still
yeah,
remember that one. That's how good it
is
was.
one of the best quests in Fallout 3. The biggest problem with Fallout 3 is that you have to, like, the game doesn't tell you where it is. You kind of have to already know. Like,
No, you have to.
it's literally in the middle of nowhere, and
You either already
nowhere.
know or you just decided I'm going to wander off to this bumfuck middle of nowhere area in the
Yeah,
far. I think it was the far right or something.
it's like
It's been
it's
forever.
like the top middle or something, top middle, top right
Yeah,
or
it
something like
was
that.
somewhere top
It's
middle top
and
right. It
literally
was so far
the
away.
game doesn't tell you in any way to ever go there.
No,
Like, in
not
no
at
way.
all.
It's like it doesn't tell you there's something there. There's no, like, carrot on the
Playing it
stick to go
straightforward, you
to.
would have never gone there.
Yeah, basically. Literally, the only reason I've done that quest, Alchem, is because I
Hmm?
saw the quest. I saw people do it. I'm like, damn, I want to do that. And then I did the quest. I'm like, why would I ever go here? Like, unless I'm just literally like combing the map. Like, it's just like one of those things, like, how would you ever naturally find this? And the answer is some people did, but like, it's very annoying for people who actually want to, like, listen to people and follow quests, or like talk to
Yeah.
characters. Like, it's like when characters tell you to go places, I like to go to those places. But so yeah, that's like Fallout 4 is, I think, the worst example of all of those mechanics, because if you try to, like, you literally get stopped in the main quest, like, if you don't do enough side content, which makes so, like, literally makes no sense for a concerned parent trying to find their son. Also, have you beaten Fallout 4?
Uh, I'll be honest with you. I stopped just short of beating the main story. I ended
Do
up
you
doing
care if
so
I
many different side
do you
quests.
care if I
No, go
say
for it.
some slight spoilerly
I've
stuff?
seen. I haven't beaten myself, but I got to the point where I was like, I need to at least see what it is. So I've already seen what the ending is,
Okay, so the
and it's
first
present year. You're fine.
yeah, okay. So, whoever who cares, I'm spoiling it, so skip ahead a couple minutes. I literally killed the son by accident the first time, because he's a grown adult when you meet him. So, and I saw your son as the, like,
Oh, that's.
the synth son is in the cage, right? So I'm like, oh my god, they captured my son, and I just killed everyone in the institute and
Oh my
tried to
god, that's
rescue my
funny as
son. So I
hell.
actually killed the real son, and I was like,
Okay,
damn,
that's.
which is
I'm
really
sorry, that's
funny. But it's
hilarious.
like one of those things, like, why the game at no point, like, gives you any hints of what happens to your son. Like, it like,
Nope.
and the institute this entire time is basically told, like, it's basically an evil corporation. Like, it's evil. it's at least told you that it's kind of evil like the whole way through, and so it's
It
like
hints. It hints that it's evil
it
constantly. It was like,
like yeah, like they
remember,
don't
like,
directly outsay it, but like all the actions that the Institute has been doing, it's shady at best. So like when I invaded the Institute, I was like, no man, heck these guys, and I killed everyone. I was like, oh my god, my son, and I killed my son to get the synth version of my
my
younger son.
boy.
Yeah, it was very funny. Um,
Well, let's just say you got an upgrade.
I
You got
mean,
a
arguably,
metal
yeah,
sun.
I
Metal
got
sun.
metal synth son. So, Alchem, the reason I've asked you about Fallout 4 and like all this stuff is what would you
Uh-huh.
like to see Fallout 5 be? Like grand scheme. What do you want to see it to be? Do you want it
Right.
more do you want more Fallout 4? Do you want like what do you either what you would you want it to be, or what would
What
you
would I
like,
want
and
is
let's keep our expectations realistic, you know? Like
for
obviously you
Fallout
want
5.
yeah, for Fallout 5. Let's keep it realistic within
Uh,
reason. Because
hmm.
like my biggest thing is just is two things. One,
Yeah.
and you know it's odd to say this, no voice acting for the main character. I want our character to be silent.
Don't you
So
like having the snappy comebacks and just be like,
you can
yeah,
still have
sure, yeah.
yeah, you can yeah, so like no
You can
voice
skip.
acting.
You, oh god, I forgot. I remember that for Fallout 4 where you had
Yeah.
like you could just interrupt. You could just say
I mean
stuff.
honestly interrupting is totally cool.
Uh,
I actually really like
I
that.
actually like that.
The problem is that it's not the fact that you can do that, it's the fact that sometimes
Your
the
character does have
character
like a full out
it's
like
it's it's similar to
dialogue.
the problems I have had with like Mass Effect, where the dialogue choice doesn't match what the
Oh
character
god,
actually
yeah,
does, you know. While
yeah.
Mass Effect definitely has the bigger problem there, it's like I said,
Mhm.
sometimes
Fallout
like
did
the
have it a
Fallout
bit.
4 character, the main character, sometimes like neither, no matter what, your character really cares about your son. What if you don't? Well, it doesn't matter because your character will always care about your son.
But like, what about just like, yeah, 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 whatever.
Yeah. It's like it's one of those things. So like yeah, don't have the voice character. It also limited the dialogue a lot. Basically the options were yes, no, sarcastic yes, and tell me more. Like those were basically the four
Mhm.
options the whole game.
Yep.
Uh and to be fair,
Um,
Bethesda already learned that lesson because in Starfield your character is not voiced. So they kind of already learned that, but I just want to make sure that of that.
so what I would want from Fallout 5, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I would love par for the course kind of stuff again. I want big immersive map with lots
Yeah.
and lots of exploration.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
want
some of the best.
side quests galore like they always do,
Hmm.
and they haven't changed that. That's been the same, so I don't expect that to be different. I
They have a good
do,
formula.
yeah. I would like slightly better writing with the story or more cohesion between your sides. Well, I honestly would like just the main story to just like stand on its own. It doesn't need to be you have to
Yeah.
do side quests here, side quests there. Uh,
It's why I like
let's
New
see.
Vegas the best, because the main story, you can't like in the best way possible, you can't avoid the main story.
Yeah, it leads almost everything leads
Everything
to it.
is about the main story in New Vegas, which is why I really
Yeah.
enjoy New Vegas.
Yeah, I may not have played it, but I've seen enough videos, and I see, oh, this is all talking about the main point going back
Yeah,
there, and yeah,
they're always
so like,
talking
oh,
about the
okay,
main story.
yep.
In
So
fact,
everything eventually leads, and it's
most of the
nice.
side quests in New Vegas wouldn't be side quests if the main story wasn't happening.
Mhm.
Like so, like it's a really nice tie-in. Now, I'm not expecting
So
them to do that for Fallout 5, but it'd be nice if some of the things were like that, you know? To be fair, some of the side
yeah,
quests were happening in Fallout 4 because of the main story, but it was mostly it wasn't because the problem is that it was a very personal story for Fallout 4, and like so your personal story isn't like it it doesn't affect the world really, kind of, not really.
yeah, no, it doesn't really affect the main story. So because you're on a quest to just save your kid, so that
Yeah.
doesn't really.
Hmm.
It really has none of the other characters have really any investment in that. So why would they like? Why would the story lean into that,
Yeah.
or why would
I
their story lean into
yeah.
that?
I have another question for you. Do you
Yes.
want settlement building in Fallout 5?
No. No,
No, you
no.
don't. None of it. No base
I didn't.
building at
I
all.
didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy. Well, okay, maybe.
I'd be okay with
Uh,
a base, but not the
I wouldn't.
400 bases that you
I
can have
Yeah.
in
I
Fallout 4.
wouldn't mind having like maybe stationary bases already at like really ideal locations instead of being. Well, actually, that's what there were. It's just that
Not
I just felt like it
really.
was way.
There was like
Uh,
there's like my biggest problem with Fallout 4's bases is that they're like you can get like
I just felt
30
like
of them.
there's.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, I was about to be, my only really big gripe with it was that there was a lot.
Yeah.
It was just way too many base locations, and I was just like, at one point, I didn't even need any. Like, I only needed like strategic ones that let me transport or travel, fast travel to certain places. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't need all 30 of them, and I didn't even know there were 30 of them until later when I saw some video guides talking about it.
Yeah, like there's so many.
It's like,
So many.
like, damn,
I
I
would
just
much
never, I guess I
prefer
never
like
explored all of
one
it.
or two bases that are super like designed. You know what I mean? Like super
Yeah.
on purpose than
Oh,
the crazy
absolutely. I would
amounts.
love that.
If they were gonna have it again. Honestly, I'd prefer just not to have the base building stuff in Fallout because I know I kind of like it's similar to like
I'm in the
honestly
same boat.
yeah, it's similar to like
Same boat
Skyrim,
here.
like purchasing property in Elder Scrolls is a big deal. Like buying a
Mhm.
house in Fallout is also a pretty big deal. Like obviously it's not as big, but like getting a home base or having a place to go is a big deal. But like in Fallout 4, that is never really the case unless you count the very first one. Because like the very first settlement, obviously, a lot of people used as a home base
Yeah,
where
they
you
did.
lived. Um but that was just mostly because one, that was the closest one, and two, like it was kind of made to be that way. But like I'd much rather have a much more focused one base thing if you're gonna have a base like. But overall, honestly, I'd prefer just not. Uh, yeah. So that's Fallout 5. But
Like I said, we don't want complex things. We don't want
yeah,
them to change the form.
well,
We
because
just want simple.
we
It they
the
nailed it.
formula, yeah, the formula they have is good. I just want better
Yeah.
writing attached to that formula. That's all I want, really.
That's all I
And
want to.
um okay, here's another question. Would you prefer cuz okay, so the main two Fallout games you played is Fallout 4 and Fallout 3, right?
Yes. Well,
Which
Not New Vegas.
well yeah, yeah.
I guess it's 76 or
True, true. Okay. We're not counting 76 right now because
yeah.
76
That's
is a
something
special
different.
it's a very different game.
Yeah.
Between the leveling systems for Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, which one would you want them to have in Fallout 5?
Oh god, you're making me have to recall Fallout
So,
3.
Fallout 3 is basically it's just a RPG
This,
system with stats.
yeah, with stats.
And the Fallout 4
Fallout
system is like that
4 was
card
just
system thing.
a
It's
weird
it's
card
it's
system.
not not cards, sorry. It's like
The perks or whatever
it's the
you want to
perk
call
system.
it.
Yeah, the perk system.
Yeah. Um
I'll tell you right now, I am biased between
I
this. I like stats. I like RPG stats. You know,
yeah.
I like being leveling up and dumping all my points into one stat and be like, damn, I'm so good at guns now. You know, or like, man, I'm so good at this one stat now because I've pumped up the numbers. And I get why some people like prefer the Fallout 4 version because like it's just as crunchy. Like you can get some insane power boosts and stuff like
Build
that. Like
yeah.
you can get some insane builds going in Fallout 4. But
But
I like
I
number
like the
go up.
straightforward. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the straightforward. So I preferred the method of Fallout 3.
Yeah.
That and also if I just wanted to build myself up as a specific like build, like strength,
Yeah.
intelligence, guns, I could go that way and I
Yeah.
could play that way.
Yeah.
And I prefer that. Just
Yeah.
straightforward for me.
That
The
makes
perk
sense.
system was interesting.
It is definitely
I
interesting.
liked it. It was refreshing, but after getting to play it and after enjoying it, and I was just like, yeah, I kind of would like to go back to like the Fallout 3 level up system that you
Yeah.
bring it up.
And I mean, I think honestly the best of both worlds is the New Vegas system. Because they had the point the skill point system and the perk system And the perk system was really interesting. Like it wasn't just like boost to your numbers. Like the perk system was like
I
give or
was
takes a lot of the time.
okay. So
Um,
I
but
was
that's
gonna be like, I
also
wish I did one of both, but apparently, yeah,
yeah.
they've already
Well,
done
that's
that.
because Alchem Fallout 1 and 2 also did that. And New Vegas is basically a sequel to Fallout 2.
Oh,
New Vegas sequel, it's an extension of Fallout 2. Like a lot of things that happen in Fallout 2 are a
mhm.
lot of things that are follow-ups in New Vegas. Like you see like a lot of the factions and stuff like that are from Fallout 2. And so they took a lot of the ideas and concepts from it. Uh
Oh,
yeah, because the perk system in New Vegas is really fun, and the skill system is I think really fun as well. Because Fallout 3's the leveling system is fun, but a lot of the perks in Fallout 3 are really boring. They're like 5% more damage and stuff like that. But the New Vegas perks sometimes they're dumb sometimes.
dumb as in like dumb fun or
Dumb
dumb
fun.
just like pointless. Okay,
No, they're dumb
yeah.
fun. They're dumb fun
See,
because some
I'm
of the
under
perks are
the idea
also
that
go ahead, go ahead.
as long as it's fun, like as long as it's fun,
Mm,
something that's implemented in a game, even if it's dumb,
yeah,
will be fine. Because as long as people
yeah.
can find enjoyment in it, then that's all good.
One of the funniest perks in New Vegas and like the most destructive ones is a energy gun perk that you can only get if you have like 80 energy gun and like a bunch of agility, and you have to be level like 8 or above or something like that. And basically it lets your laser guns chain react when you kill someone. So when you kill someone, you cause them to explode, and if you kill another guy and if someone dies with that, they also explode. And then it's
That-
super fun, and you almost guarantee always kill yourself by accident with it because if you're too close, you
God.
die. And also like some of the shotgun perks in the Fallout New Vegas is really funny. Basically, shotguns is like one of the funniest builds to go in New Vegas because basically it's my shotgun is so strong you will fall over every time I shoot you, and you will never get up until you die. You will be knocked down forever once I shoot you with this shotgun. But yeah,
Oh,
so I hope they do. I do hope, like I said, I do hope they bring back the skill. Like I think the double system I think is more interesting. I understand it's probably just going to be the Fallout 4 system, but like an iterative version of the Fallout 4 system, which is fine. I do hope that they make it a little bit more interesting to players that like me because I didn't find the Fallout 4 system as interesting as the other one. But to be fair, I was when Fallout 4 came out, I was super negative on Fallout 4, and I haven't played it a lot since then.
mhm.
Even though I bought the all the DLCs and stuff like that for Fallout 4, I never really played them because once again, I was still super annoyed about the way they changed dialogue in Fallout 4 because it's like that was like one of the systems you did not need to change. And so maybe I'm still a little butthurt about that. And so the next thing they talk about in this is the Fallout 76 stuff, which apparently they've had 70 free updates to Fallout 76, which is nice. Um
I'm actually impressed by the number. I didn't even know it was.
yeah, I mean Fallout 76 apparently is still going strong. Uh the major Fallout 76 expansion planned for next year, Raven Rock, a prequel story to Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Interesting. And oh my god, Fallout 76 just passed 35 million copies sold, which is insane. Uh wait, wait. No. Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, the most award-winning in the franchise, just celebrated its 10-year anniversary. Oh, and recently passed over 35 million. Sorry, that's Fallout 4. Fallout 4 recently passed 35 million copies sold. Okay, not
Ah,
76.
okay,
I was like 76 I don't think sold that well. It was Fallout 4 they were talking about.
that makes sense.
And unfortunately for anyone who loves Fallout 4, no news about Fallout 4, obviously, because Fallout 4 is done. It's a finished game, basically.
Yes.
I think still they're doing like updates to creator mods and stuff like that, but other than that, that is the same. And then Alchem, something that both
Mhm.
you and I will be excited about is something. It's literally it's one sentence in this like crazy amount of paragraph. Like this tweet is huge, by the way. Like I don't know if you've seen you. I sent you the tweet. It's a very long tweet. It's a single sentence, and they dropped a bomb. And I'm like, how did you guys just brush over this? We may also know players want to revisit previous Fallout experiences. While we're not announcing any dates today, we have been working on remasters for both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. And then that's the only thing they say.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. I'm like, come on,
I've
guys. Like, not even just like nothing
This is
else.
years in the making. This is going to be years from now, isn't
Well,
it?
okay. I don't think this is years, and the reason I don't think this is years
Yes.
is they've said we've been working on like they've already been working on it. And I'm going to be honest, Alchem, I don't think this is Bethesda working on it. Like, I don't think Bethesda is working on the remakes. I think it's like similar to Oblivion Remastered, where it wasn't just Bethesda, it was Bethesda and another studio. So I think Bethesda is getting help for these remakes, which makes sense because, like,
I mean, in order
no
to get
offense,
all this
yeah,
done,
yeah,
there's
no
no way they
offense
could
to
do it all on
Bethesda,
their
they're
own.
just simply not a big enough company, especially with all the
No.
layoffs going around
We're,
in Microsoft. That would
yep.
they there's no way you can make all these games by yourself. And honestly, this
No.
should have been happening way sooner anyway. So yeah, so hopefully you'll be able to play Fallout New Vegas Remastered, Alchem, and hopefully that'll be the better version of the game, because the reason I say that is because while I love Fallout New Vegas, Alchem, Fallout New Vegas is still a broken mess when it comes to launching that game. Uh, I love Fallout New Vegas, Alchem. That game barely runs still to this day. Like, it is such a buggy game. And like I said, I love it. But like, game itself, 8, 9 out of 10. Easy. If you include all the technical problems, 3 out of 10. Don't buy it. Like, it is the fact that it's also like technically better than it was at launch is saying something, but it's still a very buggy problem. It's like I said, not as bad as it used to be, but sometimes the game just doesn't work. For about a year,
Sure.
Alchem, when I would launch Fallout New Vegas, my mouse would not lock into the game. So I would, the more I move my mouse, I would slowly eventually click out of the game randomly. And nothing I could do could fix it. Like, I did full reinstalls, I did a bunch of stuff from Reddit stuff. Nothing ever fixed it. Then one day I launched the game and it stopped happening. I don't know what fixed it. Uh, I also have another constant problem with New Vegas where even though it doesn't click out on the screen, if I have another tab open, like let's say I have like YouTube on the side while I'm playing Fallout New Vegas, if I use the scroll wheel, it scrolls on the internet tab and not in the game. Like, it's such a weird, buggy game, Alchem. Like, it is. There's so many weird quirks to it. Um, Another funny bug is randomly your keyboard stops working. Like, it stops making your
What?
keyboard inputs work, and you have to tab back in, and sometimes that fixes it. Or another one weird thing is where if you have a controller plugged in, Fallout New Vegas gets really confused sometimes if there's a controller plugged in Alchem, let me tell you. It gets really confused. And unfortunately, Fallout 3 is even worse because Fallout 3 for the longest time just straight up didn't launch on modern Windows. Like, I think for a long time it just straight up Fallout 3 just didn't work on Windows 10. Now it does, but for the longest time, like if you hit play, it just auto crashed. Um, that was a couple years ago, I think, a while ago. So if they can fix those big problems, I think the remaster for both those games would be nice because honestly, unlike Oblivion, I don't think you really need to update the gameplay or the quests or anything like that for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas because I don't think anyone has a huge problem with Fallout. Well, maybe you add aim down sights in Fallout 3 because Fallout 3 doesn't have aim down sights. You just slightly you tilt your head forward, uh, which is interesting. Um, Speaking of undead sights, since we're talking about Fallout 3 undead sights, aim down sights, of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Since you've never played New Vegas, have you ever seen
Yeah.
the funniest flex from because Obsidian made Fallout New Vegas, not and Bethesda made Fallout 3. Have you ever seen the
Right.
biggest like funniest? Is it? I don't know if it's passive aggressive or just like funny statement from the New Vegas devs to the Fallout 3 devs. So,
No.
in New Vegas, in Fallout 3, you cannot aim down sights. You just do like this slightly zoomed in thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
In New Vegas, you can aim down sights, right? In New Vegas, there are Fallout 3 weapons, right? And you cannot aim down sights really in these weapons because the Fallout 3 weapons are modeled not to be aimed down sights. So the sights don't make any sense, right? Like the models, like you don't know where you're, like it's hard to tell where you're aiming if you're aiming down sights with these things in New Vegas because like the sights don't match, right? So in Fallout New Vegas, you can mod guns, and one of the mods you can do for the Fallout 3 weapons is working iron sights. You can mod the gun to have working iron sights. It's
Oh
the
my God.
funniest thing. Funniest thing.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Wow.
And so
Hoping. Mm-hmm.
so that is the remasters. Like I said, and I fear that you may be correct, Alchem, but I hope they're coming soon. And by soon I mean 2-3 years. Because like I said, I don't think
want it now.
I don't think because I mean you've played Fallout 3. Do you think they really need to change anything? Like
I don't think they need for Fallout 3. I don't feel like maybe some mechanic stuff, maybe a few
you think
little.
so?
Maybe
I would say maybe some more random encounters to point you in the direction of quests, but like I don't think you need to change
because
that much.
yeah, I maybe because there were some quests that were a little too.
Well, it's like the
hidden to
tree
just
quest.
find.
It's like it's
The
so
tree
impossible
quest
to
is
find.
definitely one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Of the biggest culprits there. In terms of no, you don't need to fix any no.
Like maybe, like I said, maybe add aim down
Kinda.
sights. Maybe
That's like the only thing I was thinking of because when you mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Every time I had to aim down, I just did the goofy little.
it's like the old Counter-Strike meme zoom thing, you know?
Yeah. Uh-huh. So that's like the only thing I could think of otherwise because I always still enjoyed I always still enjoyed Fallout 3.
Yeah, Fallout 3 is a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fallout 3's main
So,
story is actually better than Fallout 4's.
oh no, it absolutely is. I
It's
like
100%
everything
better.
built up awesome to it. Yes.
Like I said,
Everything.
the biggest problem I have with Fallout 3 is the writing is actually pretty decent and it's pretty good, and some of the side quests and even the main quests are really good. Well, okay, let me the updated Fallout 3 main quest is good. The one where you were
You talking about
forced
after?
Yeah, the one where it was
Yeah.
forced the main that was stupid. But, you know.
Yeah. That was so funny that they had to update that so you could actually do post game stuff.
That was really stupid. That was a dumb decision.
I mean, thankfully that was during the era of gaming where finally they could put out an update, post-release update.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was I remember the backlash. I remember when I got to that point, I'm like, wait, that's it? That's it?
You can't like
no matter which option I chose?
Yeah.
It was like I was like, oh, okay, sure. But then like later the update comes out and you actually get to do more stuff. And I'm like, oh, finally, good.
Yeah.
So funny,
for New Vegas, honestly, like I don't think you need to change other than performance. I don't think you need to change anything. But unfortunately, with Oblivion Remastered, the performance is really bad. So I don't have that much hope for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Remastered, because the remaster they did recently of Oblivion is arguably worse performance than OG Oblivion. So it really depends on that. Because one of the reasons I stopped playing Oblivion Remastered is because they would just constantly crash. And it also ran horribly. Like like I have a beast PC outcome, and sometimes that game was not even getting 30 FPS. Like it was bad sometimes. So,
Damn.
and let me get it.
God
Let me get it
damn.
real. Let me be real with you. Like Oblivion Remastered looks good. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't look that good. you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Uh, okay, Outcome.
Hmm.
Gun to your head. Gun to your head. You have to
Oh.
choose between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas Remastered. You can only play one of them. Which one do you choose?
No, wait. Between Fallout 3 and Fallout, I played Fallout New Vegas Remastered because I'd never played it before
Oh
anyway,
yeah,
so it's
really?
all gonna be new.
No,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. Honestly,
I mean, I wouldn't mind going back to a remastered Fallout 3, but I played it before
yeah, it's
too,
true.
so
That makes
I
sense.
have all the memories.
Yeah.
This will be a new game, a new game for me, a new game that I know is good because I've seen everyone keeps hyping it
Well,
up, and I've seen some bit of
I
it.
do want to tamper your expectations where it is a good game, but like
Hmm.
the reason New Vegas, in my opinion, is so praised is because the writing is really good. The gameplay is still Fallout 3. Like it's the same engine. Like the gameplay
Yeah,
is
you're
still
not.
Fallout 3.
That's
Like
not a deterrent. That's still
no,
good because Fallout 3's game engine
I'm
was
just
alright.
saying that because the
Hmm.
reason I'm saying that outcome is because I'm worried that New Vegas is going to become the Skyrim for like when I was talking about Skyrim, because Skyrim was overhyped for me and I was very disappointed in Skyrim because of that. And I don't want you to be overhyped for New Vegas because
Oh
it
no, no,
is
no.
still a decent game,
I've
but
seen
like
because it's. I mean, it's been out for a while. I've seen
it's true,
gameplay of it. I've
true,
seen
true.
videos, so I'm not
It's different.
disappointed from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And plus,
Just
since I've
don't
seen the
do
gameplay is basically Fallout 3, I was like,
yeah,
oh, okay, cool.
it's updated Fallout 3 like with aim down
Hmm.
sights and a couple more and a lot more weapons. That's one of the biggest things between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas is there so many more weapons. And the
Okay.
fact that they took away, you remember in Fallout 3 where big guns and small guns and big guns were a thing
Hmm.
in New
Oh
Vegas
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just guns.
Oh,
Yeah. So you don't need to worry about like things. Like there is some like instead there's like explosives and stuff like that. So if you want to do like rocket
oh,
launchers and
okay.
stuff like that, or like the Fat Man and stuff like that. Yeah, there's tons of
Hmm.
weapons in New Vegas. Also like crazy amounts of quests. If I remember correctly, I think I saw a stat line where there's like 365 quests in New Vegas and something like that. And that's just named quests. There's also unmarked because there's a difference. There's quests that are quests, but the game doesn't categorize them as quests for some reason. They're just like they're like what's it called? Like you remember like the Pit Boy, you have like the notes section on the Pit Boy. In the notes section, sometimes there's just quests for some reason instead of being in the quests tab. But that's because it's not like a you don't talk to a character. It's like, hey, there's something over here. Like you found a note and it says there's something over here. And the game never gets like there's never like a marker to tell you to go over there. It's just like that location exists if you want to go there. And sometimes you find
Huh.
quests there. It's weird. But yeah, there's insane amount of stuff. So that's cool. I mean, hey, hopefully whenever this comes out, I'll watch you stream it, hopefully. Because
Oh,
I'll
cool.
be interested to see your reactions to the first things. Because even though you've said you've watched a bunch of stuff,
It's not the same
it's
as
different.
experiencing it.
It's like no matter what game developers or like marketing people want to say, like, oh, they could just watch it on YouTube. It's not the same.
It is definitely not the
Playing
same.
Watching something and playing a game, two completely different things.
Hmm.
Because I also need to remind everyone the reason I think Fallout New Vegas is one of the best games ever is because let me quickly look it up. I have 127.5 hours in the Steam version of Fallout New Vegas, right? Which is a decent amount of hours. I've never beaten Fallout New Vegas. I have played the beginning section I've enjoyed the beginning section of Fallout New Vegas so many times that I remake characters, different builds to try it out through the beginning sections over and over again. I've gone to Vegas in Fallout New Vegas 3 times. And one of the times was purely because I was going a pure luck build so I can go to the casinos as fast as possible and rob them all blind. Because luck does in fact it affects your luck skill. So if you play blackjack, you just get 21 more often. And I rob them blind, Alchem. I win so much they push me out of the casino and tell them I can't gamble anymore.
This is good to know because I actually got to try this in.
Oh no! If you have a high luck stat, Alchem, it affects all luck. It affects all luck based things. So that means you are just better at gambling. It's
Sweet.
hilarious. It's hilarious. Also, if you have another thing is if you have higher intelligence, you get more skill points in New Vegas because you're smarter and you gain more skill points.
All right. I guess that
Yeah.
makes
Also,
sense.
here, okay, I have something you might already know this, but do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you something that might affect your potential gameplay?
Yeah, go for it.
Potential. Charisma is the worst. Is a worthless stat. So
Oh, okay.
charisma is worthless, and almost everyone puts it at 1 because charisma doesn't actually affect your talking skills. The sub skill speech affects your talking skills most of the time. Charisma just makes it having a higher charisma means your speech stat starts at a higher skill point at level 1, basically.
Oh,
There are some very specific charisma checks in the game, but it's vastly outnumbered by the amount of speech checks. So having 1 charisma but 100 speech doesn't matter. Like your 100 speech carries you through it. It
all right.
yeah. So charisma is kind of a dump stat. Like if you ever want more points, put your charisma as 1, and so you can put other points in other places because charisma, unfortunately, isn't like you would think it would affect your speech, but no, it doesn't. Speech affects your speech. Um, but like I said, it's not a worthless stat. It just doesn't affect the things that you would think it would affect. So like, if you are like, oh, I need a high charisma so I can pass all these persuasion checks and stuff like that. That's speech, not charisma, which is interesting.
Okay.
Though I do want to say in New Vegas, having high just because like speech isn't the be all end all for dialogue. Like in the very like this isn't a huge spoiler because it's literally in the very beginning. In the very beginning of
Mhm.
the game, there's like this battle that you guys are preparing for, and you're like, hey, this guy here has a ton of explosives. Like, why don't we try to convince him to give us explosives? And the only way to convince him is having a high explosive stat, so you can convince him you know how they work. So it's not a speech check, but it is a dialogue check because you have a high explosive skill. So like the dialogue options isn't just speech and it isn't just charisma, but charisma generally doesn't affect the dialogue options, which is a little weird, but you know, it's just one of those quirks. So yeah, if you ever want having like almost all my characters Alchem that I've made have 1 charisma and higher other stats because it doesn't really matter.
Hmm.
So yeah,
All right. Well, definitely good to know for the future when I try it then.
yeah, hopefully, and hopefully you'll be able to try it soon. I'm hoping in within a year or 2. I'm hoping
I
next year.
really hope within a year.
I hope
I do.
2027, 2028. If it's
Uh,
later than that, that really sucks.
really
Um,
does.
and okay, this is another thing in this tweet outcome that surprised me a lot, and that's when they started talking about Fallout Shelter. Do you remember what Fallout Shelter is?
Oh God, yeah, the mobile game. You know the
250 million players play Fallout Shelter.
still,
I don't know if
or is
still
that overall?
they said
Okay.
continues to be like Fallout Shelter continues to be the most popular way to experience Fallout on the go with more than 250 million players.
It's
I
the
think
only way.
that's
I don't think they've had another
they've
mobile game.
they've had other mobile games unfortunately. You just
They've
like I said,
had. I,
it's been bad.
okay, I'll say this because I did play Fallout Shelters before.
Fallout
It
Shelter is
was
fun.
slightly addicting. It was fun.
Like it I can understand if you're a mobile game player, Fallout Shelter honestly is a pretty good game.
Fallout Shelter is definitely a good game
And apparently
if
they're
you're a mobile game
yeah, they're
player.
and apparently they're updating a bunch of stuff for Fallout Shelter, so I'm happy for all those people. Also, an unscripted Fallout Shelter television project is also in the works with our partners at Amazon Studios. And are they making Squid Games but Fallout Shelter? That we've talked
Yeah,
about
they
that
are.
before.
They are. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
Remember?
okay, so this is them confirming that it's still a thing.
This is still a thing.
Um
All right. So
oh,
that's
Kilter
delicious.
Studios is actually
Great.
the people who made the Fallout show too. That's nice. So
Oh,
at least it's
cool.
under a team that knows what they're doing, because Fallout Season 1 and 2 is great. And also they confirmed that Fallout Season 3 is underway, which makes sense. Um, and one sad thing is that they said they're not going to do a Fallout Day broadcast this year, which is unfortunate. But they are
Oh,
planning stuff for the Fallout 30th anniversary in 2027, which is nice.
all right.
And Fallout Day in 2027 is going to be celebrated live in Washington, D.C., apparently. Which
Okay.
makes me think that Fallout 3 Remastered might be coming out next year, because Fallout 3 is set in DC. I mean, that would be a pretty cool thing to say, hey, to celebrate 30th anniversary Fallout 3 Remastered while we celebrate live in Washington, D.C., right? That kind of makes sense.
That does make sense.
But that could be me projecting, of me desperately wanting the remaster to come out soon.
It makes absolute sense. So it would be
Yeah.
weird if they don't, or it would be
Yeah.
such a wasted opportunity.
Yeah. And the very last thing they talked about in Fallout, the Fallout section, is the one that was rumored and heavily implied, and a bunch of people uh not announced it, but like either leaked it and or said they have good sources on this. But it's under studio collaboration. The Wasteland continues to expand as we team up once again with our longtime friends at Obsidian Entertainment. We're happy to confirm they're working with us on a new Fallout project. We'll have more to share in the future. So basically, confirmed, Obsidian is making a new Fallout game. And it is not the Fallout New Vegas remastered and Fallout 3 remastered, because they would have just said that.
Yeah,
So
would
they
have
are
just said
working
that.
on a new Fallout game, a new Fallout project, which is
Sweet.
cool.
Fallout New Vegas 2.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if I want New Vegas 2. Like, because like New
it was such an
Like
open shut story.
yeah, no, like New
So where
Vegas
would you go
2
from there?
ends, right? Like it has an
Yeah,
ending.
New Vegas,
Like
and yeah,
like honestly, I'd just rather them just be like, okay, like do something new, guys. Like let's go to a
yeah.
new location. And honestly, I while I don't think it would ever happen, I'd love a Fallout game set in not America. Like
That would be interesting.
what
I
has
would actually
happened
like that
what
too.
in the
To
Fallout
the rest of the
universe,
world.
what happened to the rest of the world? Like
The problem is,
and
remember,
if you're scared a
yeah,
little bit, you can even like, obviously I'm slightly biased, but like
remember,
Canada was just like was messed up in the Fallout world. Like America literally invaded Canada in the Fallout universe. So like
yeah.
what happened to Canada, guys? Like because like
I
Canada
mean,
was
if anything, it
rebelling
would be
before the
interesting if
bombs.
Voltec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it would be interesting in the Fallout universe, considering what happened to Canada
Yeah.
in the stories. If Voltec just basically had that's where they went and did further testing, the
Yeah.
worst testing that they've done.
That would
Like
make sense, honestly.
it could start going into like
Like crazy
deeper
stuff.
atrocities of what Voltec has done.
I mean,
Because
like,
they're not. I mean, yes, they're advancing humanity with science and everything, but they're
yeah,
doing really fucked up
they
shit
were
to
doing
do
messed
so.
up stuff. Yeah. I mean, like,
So if they go somewhere unchecked or somewhere where potentially it could be unchecked, they could.
yeah.
You could get really crazy with the
Yeah.
story.
Because that's the only problem. I don't think Vault Tech really existed outside of America.
Nope,
Yeah.
that is the problem.
That is the
Because
problem. So, like,
I literally was about to mention it's like, well, the issue is that the reason they don't go outside of the U.S., the general U.S., is because Voltec is strictly like an American kind of
it's an
company.
American company.
They
Yeah.
literally bleed red, white, and blue constantly, and
Yeah.
all the propaganda esque stuff that they show about them, and at least in the games. So I don't know, but it would be interesting if they did something like that.
It would be. It would be. Highly unlikely though, but I'd still like a new thing. We haven't really gone to Central America, or like when I say Central America, I mean like Midwest America, because we've been to the East Coast, we've been to the West Coast. We haven't really been
Texas,
in the
yeah.
middle of the America. We haven't really been to like we haven't even been to like Texas and stuff like that,
I'm like
right?
we haven't been to South, we haven't been to the Midwest, but then again, what is in the there's literally nothing. I'm so sorry for
Everything
anyone
was
who lives around.
bombed.
It's literally yeah, that entire area in the story is bombed to hell. I mean, there's no, okay in present world, actual world, there's nothing in the Midwest most of the time. It's pretty much just
Well,
big,
I mean,
nice fields and
you can
nothing more.
argue that would be some of the best places to
But in the
for Vault Tech
for
to conduct crazy stuff,
yeah,
because no one would look
yeah.
there.
That's the thing. In like our reality, it's vast, just fields and
Yeah,
farms and all that. But in the Fallout universe, you could get away with
there
making
could be
up some
some
nice
messed
stories
up
there.
stuff there. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it'll be nice to see what they decide and what they've been working on.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I highly doubt this is anytime soon. Like this is they probably started working on this like literally this year at the earliest. Like this is a this year started project. So oh my god. What is happening? I don't know if you've seen this outcome, but I've been battling
You have a bit
my
of gigantism
yeah,
going
there we
on
go.
there. You good?
I don't know what's happening with my face tracking.
You got a little excited there.
And someone in the chat just said maybe one in Alaska with the Russians. I mean, that would be kind of cool. One set
Fall
in
Harbor?
Alaska. Oh yeah, Fall Harbor was in
No,
Alaska,
not Fall
wasn't it?
Harbor. Was it Fall Harbor or was Anchorage? Something like that. I
Was
forget.
something in
I
Alaska?
know it was the one in Anchorage where you had to go into the you had to go into those little mine pod things. I forget the names, so forgive me for
I think that was
terminology being
Fallout
wrong. But
3.
yeah, that was Fallout 3. I think that was one of the DLC stories from that.
Yeah.
And
A
yeah,
full game set in the aftermath of Alaska would be interesting. I
yeah,
mean,
it would
Alaska
be.
is a huge place. And also
Yeah,
it's like, it's true, it's not like a population center, but think of the messed up mutant creatures that would be in Alaska. Holy
crazy.
cow. A
Oh my
Fallout game set
god.
in Australia would be insane.
Well, and
Now
that
that I said that,
that would place the
that'd be insane.
irradiated nightmare of Australia.
You know what'd be hilarious if they just don't change any of the creatures and it's just
Yeah, no,
regular
like
Australian
it's like what?
creatures.
So yeah. So what happened? What kind of irradiated creature? Nothing.
Kangaroos.
They're already their apex predator forms. They don't get
They
stronger.
don't get stronger. Yeah, they're just the same.
They're
The
just the
spiders are
same.
slightly bigger, and that's it. That'd be
Of
so
course
funny.
they do.
I think the
Not the
funniest thing would be someone
spiders.
set in Australia is if
Mhm.
like they have some of the mutant creatures from Fallout and they just all die to the regular creatures in Australia. Uh, that'd be funny.
Great.
So yeah.
Hmm.
So that was all the Fallout
Yep.
stuff,
Yep.
which is cool. Um
We'll talk about this more in like 5 years when the actual things
yeah.
come out.
Speaking of things taking 300 years to come out, one
Mhm.
interesting thing. The Elder Scrolls and Beyond is the next section. So I'm going to read out this full quote.
All right.
That foundation exists beyond our team to the technology, tools, and systems that power the next generation of Bethesda's RPGs. Our teams are now developing the Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 on Creation Engine 3, a shared technology platform which has been building since Starfield's launch that allows our teams to support multiple projects simultaneously with new tools, rendering, and systems that define our games.
Hmm.
So, if I remember correctly, Creation Engine 2 is what Fallout 4 was created on. If I remember correctly, let me just do a quick Google search. Creation Engine. The Creation Engine. Oh, okay. So Creation Engine was Skyrim, Fallout 4, and 76. Creation Engine 2 was Starfield. And so Creation Engine 3 is going to be Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5. So that's interesting. Because, I mean, Starfield was the creation engine for Starfield definitely seemed better than the older engines, right? Because, like, let's be real, by Fallout 4, the OG creation engine was definitely feeling dated. Um, and 76, the creation engine it literally just exploded. Like, that thing,
Yep.
the creation engine was
It
a
just
failure for 76 by far.
at that point they realized they fucked up, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's too late. But hopefully, like you said, this new engine it'll work better.
Yeah. So,
Better work better. God.
yeah. And then
Oh,
Fallout.
oh my God! No, they can't make fun of like the next game saying like, look, they carried over everything, all the weird glitches and all the weird
Well,
coding errors.
I'm sure we'll find new ones.
they'll find new ones that'll
Some of the
carry
some of the
over, and
creation
the legacy will
engine,
continue.
yeah, some of the creation engine quirkiness was still in Starfield, like just not as bad. So there's still some of that. Um, Fallout 5 is currently in pre-production. The Elder Scrolls 6 is our primary development focus today, with the majority of the team currently working on the next chapter of the franchise. Yeah, with 65 million copies sold, exploring Skyrim 15 years later. Yeah. And okay. So, and then they just do like a thank you for everyone being here. We're investing in technology. Then they close it out, right?
Yeah.
So they confirmed that the majority of the team is working on Elder Scrolls 6, which makes sense. But Alchem, there is something I want to mention that isn't in this post, that because they've talked about Starfield, they've talked about all things Fallout, they talked about Elder Scrolls 6, they even mentioned Skyrim a bunch of times. They've left something out. And did you notice that they left something out?
Mm, what did they leave out?
Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh,
And then when I realized this, Alchem,
yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online got gutted. Like the team is gutted. So I don't know if Elder
Oh,
Scrolls Online
shit.
is going to continue for very much longer. Elder Scrolls Online might be getting ready to go into maintenance mode, unfortunately. Like
Oh, crap.
some of the lead people left, and a bunch of the team was laid off or moved on to other projects. So
Man.
I mean, for some people, that's a good thing because a lot of people equate Elder Scrolls Online for the reason why it's been taking such a long time for Elder Scrolls 6 to happen. On the other side, a lot of people really like Elder Scrolls Online. Like it's a decently played game. Like it's an MMO that survived long enough to have a community, right? Like a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
say like the four big MMOs was World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, Elder Scrolls Online, and Guild Wars 2. The ones that still had pretty like decent populations. Like obviously there are some that are still going, like Star Wars: The Old Republic and stuff like that. But those games are hardcore in maintenance mode and like with a couple thousand players. Like Elder Scrolls Online still had way more than that. So yeah, it's strange to say that, but yeah, it nothing mentioned about online basically, and unfortunately, not a lot of updates about Elder Scrolls 6 other than the fact that it is the main project that they are working on, which makes sense. So, with all this said, Alchem, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
One, when it does come out, are you gonna play Elder Scrolls? Like, let's take out the
We're
fact that
talking Elder Scrolls 5. We're
sorry,
talking
Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls 5 is Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls. Oh, yeah, Elder Scrolls 5. Right,
Elder
right, right,
Scrolls,
right.
like, so when Elder Scrolls 6 come out, let's just say you can purchase it. Let's take money out of the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
take
Let's take
money
money out of the.
take money out of the
Okay,
option.
okay.
Let's say you can play it. Will you?
Yeah,
Would you
okay,
play
okay,
it?
okay. Money is no object kind of thing. Yes, yes, I would. Yes, I would.
You would?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would give it a shot.
You
I
give it a
would
shot?
because I've enjoyed Elder Scrolls. So and
Okay.
apart from Elder Scrolls Online, which I tried briefly for
Yeah, I
for like
played it
two
for like a
months,
little bit as well.
and then just I just ended up dropping it because it's just like it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I wasn't into
Um, I would definitely try Elder Scrolls 6. I'm over here just like, why do they have to announce it and then just like
it for 7 years.
way too early? Yeah, but
Yeah.
sure, it's like I know it's coming, so I just have to wait and survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just make sure I survive long enough
Okay.
so I can go
If you had
play
to
it.
choose between Fallout 5 and Elder Scrolls 6, would you choose one? Which one would you choose?
If I had to choose between Fallout 5 and Elder Scrolls, I would choose Elder Scrolls. Not Elder Scrolls. I would choose Fallout.
Really? I would too. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I thought you were a bigger Elder Scrolls fan than
No,
Fallout
I
fan.
preferred Fallout
That
than I
makes
did
sense.
Elder Scrolls.
To be fair, you and I are generally not as fantasy based, I would say. Like when it comes to fantasy, I'm Lord of the Rings and Dungeons and Dragons. I can't help it. I'm a normie when it comes to fantasy. I can't help it, you know?
We
I'm a normie. I can't help it,
eh.
man. When it comes to fantasy, I love Dungeons and Dragons and Lord of the Rings, man.
I don't blame you.
It's great. If they ever remake Lord of the Rings, Alchem, I will have a 3 hour long rant ready for you. I will tell you. I will be ready. And I will be ready to crush it. I'll watch it in theater. I'll go to the movie theater so I can hate this movie. I'm ready, Halcom.
My time.
I'm ready. We're gonna have the podcast is gonna be 4 hours that
My
week.
time. Jelly sees the announcement for it coming, and my time has come.
Yeah,
Just immediately gets ready.
I'll be ready. I did movie thing like movie videos
Hmm.
for all the Sonic movies, the Mario movies, and stuff like that. And like I'll do one on
They've
Lord
been
of the Rings.
practicing. They've been practicing. They're ready.
To be fair, I really enjoyed the Sonic movies. I really
They
did.
were good, and they kept hitting it out of the park, one after
Yeah.
the other. I will say okay. I know it's a tangent here, but of the three of the trilogy, this is one of those rare trilogies where it just kept getting better.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think that every movie was better. I honestly think the third movie is the best one.
Hmm.
Like,
Honestly, the subtle jokes, the
yeah,
writing is great, the acting is fantastic. Like it's like you put aside the goofiness that you're watching 3D anthropomorphic animals like yapping and talking and everything. Who cares? It's
yeah.
a movie and it's based off a video game
Like,
and it's done
look,
well.
man, I'll be honest. I cried at the ending of
And
Sonic 3. Like, I was emotional. I was like, damn, this is just like Sonic Adventure 2, man. Like, I'm crying at the end. The difference is that I was a kid when Sonic Adventure 2 came out, and I'm an adult now. Same reaction though.
yeah, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait. Now, honestly, I can't wait. I think it's like
No,
one more year till we get
Sonic
Sonic
4, yeah,
Adventure 4.
yeah. I'm
And
interested
then
in
they're gonna
the.
have one of my favorite villains. Let's go!
Then what? Sorry.
They better do metal right. They better
Oh,
do
yeah,
Metal
they're
Sonic
doing
right.
metal. Yeah, they're doing metal and Amy.
Yep, Metal and Amy.
I really hope Amy isn't like. I'm trying to say this without. I really hope Amy isn't annoying.
I mean, it doesn't seem like
I
they.
think,
Well,
yeah,
from what little we've
we've
seen,
only
she
seen
doesn't
like
seem.
two, like we've seen like what 7 frames of her.
Yeah,
It's
she's the. And it
like
looks like
30
she's doing.
seconds
It's a time traveling story, which I mean, kind of falls in line with what
potentially.
happened in
Yeah, I
Sonic
mean, there's a
CD.
lot. Yeah, but I really hope she isn't annoying. I'm totally fine with her being obsessed with Sonic and being the girlfriend that Sonic doesn't want. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah,
But like, I hope she's like capable, because for a long time Amy wasn't capable.
it took a while before they finally
She
started to
was a
write her as a
damsel in
capable.
distress a lot of the times. But
Yep. I mean,
like for
she
the over the
originally was a
past,
damsel
yeah,
in
she was
distress.
literally a damsel in distress. Over the past like what, 10 years I would say, she's become
Yeah.
more of her own character, and like she's not just
What's funny
Sonic's
is it was like
girlfriend that
first
doesn't want to be
appearance,
girlfriend.
she was damsel in distress. Sonic Adventure, the first one where she was a playable character. She was still a damsel in distress, but
You could
you
play her.
also actually fought and stuff because
Yeah.
like the entirety of her story was being chased by a singular robot,
Yeah.
which she could kill, she could destroy it,
Eventually.
but it's just like eventually, it just she had to build up courage, or I don't know, she
Yeah.
had to build up as a
It
character.
was
Then.
it was a long like I mean she like I said, she eventually becomes
Hmm.
a really good character, but she did not start as a really good
No,
one. She was very one note. And I
she
hope
just
we get the evolved Amy. Like I hope
yeah,
like
I
I
do
said,
I do hope that too.
I'm totally cool with her being obsessed with Sonic. Like that's still
Yeah.
in modern day Amy. She is still obsessed with Sonic.
I
To be
wouldn't
fair,
mind
Sonic
that.
is more
I just
okay with
want
it. Sonic is a lot more okay with it nowadays than he was earlier.
I just want it to do well because I later want
Yeah.
Sonic movie. I want 5. I want Silver,
Oh
and
God. Do you
I
want
want
silver?
well, no, I actually want
I
Omega, and I want Team Chaotix, but
Oh yeah.
those are like those are
Those
B
are
characters,
yeah.
so.
You know what I want?
So-
I want Sonic. I want the robot from Sonic Battle to show up. I think
Oh,
I love. I can't remember his name now.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his
It's
name.
it's literally because I've been playing Sonic Battle on the Game Boy Advance recently,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, this is such a fun game. I'm like,
I
and the
mean,
reason is because
I love the call out they
Yeah,
did
Sonic
for
X
the
had him.
animation.
Yeah, Sonic X
Yeah.
had the robot in for like one episode, I think. Was it one episode or two
Yeah.
episodes? I think it might have just
I
been
think
one
no,
episode.
I think there was an arc in Sonic X
Was
where
there
they
an
actually
arc?
involved him.
So
Yeah,
it was a
he had an
couple
arc.
episodes then.
Like,
Yeah.
no, but recently in one of the in the recent animations they've been doing because they've been killing it with this one. I don't know if it's like what studio is doing it, but they've been doing really awesome animations.
Have
And
they? I
during
didn't even know
the
this.
year of yeah, during the year of Shadow, they had this small animation where it's like a flashback to a moment when Shadow was still living with Marie and the professor in the
Yeah.
Ark,
Yeah.
and the professor's practice is like basically still researching for gun, and one of his experiments, the original robot of that from that story from that game,
Mm,
um he broke out and started to run amok, and
mm,
Shadow starts running in to help, and they have this really awesome fight scene, and the
nice.
choreography for the drawing
I'm
of the
gonna have
fight scene is
to.
incredible.
I did not know these animations existed. Where are
Oh,
these? Are these
it's
on the
so
Sonic?
good.
Is it just on YouTube
It
or?
should be. Hold on, if I can find it later, I'll send it. Or if I can find
Yeah,
it just a few,
yeah.
I'll just
I've
DM it to
never.
you.
Yeah, I didn't know about this. To be fair though, I'm like a we. I'm like a part-time Sonic fan because after Sonic '06, I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, man. I don't know. And I kind of just like
Yeah.
stopped for a long time. I still played a bunch of the games, but it's like, man, after Sonic '06, I don't know how much I can do more. And
No, they've been
I
killing
played
it with these
I
animations.
played a lot of Sonic '06 because I was in denial. Uh, to be fair, I actually really like Sonic Unleashed. I actually liked Werehog Sonic Unleashed. I really enjoyed that.
The werewolf mechanic was interesting. I don't know. It felt like such a juxtaposition from day and
it
night. Also, I felt like some levels dragged on more than they really should have.
I do think some of the Werehog levels could have been like 2 or 3 fight scenes shorter. Like you
Yeah,
didn't need that many fight things, but like I
yeah,
enjoyed it. But it's also one of those things where I get why the majority of the thing did not enjoy it. Oh, is that the thing? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it is the
yeah. I
Sonic
just
the
sent it to you.
Hedgehog YouTube channel. Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Because there's also they're doing a new one because I'm pretty sure they're hyping up the new movie,
the
so
new
they're hyping up
movie.
Metal again.
Yeah.
There's been a short sneak peek coming for the 35th anniversary. We're showing like the entire cast fighting against Metal.
Yeah.
So and just a sneak peek of it just looked amazing.
Yeah. Because like I'm also
Yeah,
glad that Tails in um the movies was it's weird to say this, but like he wasn't just one note. Like
oh yeah, no, no.
while
He's
he
been like,
was
Sonic, I need your help.
yeah,
Sonic,
he was pretty capable by himself.
yeah.
And I
He while he does need Sonic for a little bit of support,
well yeah,
not like
like
he's not
Tails
like
isn't
completely useless without
yeah,
him.
Tails isn't a fighter, but that doesn't mean he can't
No.
not fight. You
Yeah.
know? Like if like you'd rather Tails not be like in the back supporting you with his gadgets, but if Tails has to fight, he will.
Yeah.
And I always like that. And Knuckles of course was so funny. I love Knuckles.
Knuckles was amazing.
He played
Idris
Knuckles really
Elba
well.
playing
He
as
played Knuckles really
yeah,
well.
it was fantastic.
And I'm curious how they're gonna bring Eggman back, because of course they're going
Yeah.
to. Probably time
They
travel.
have to. Probably time travel.
Probably time. I mean, with Metal Sonic, there it's probably gonna be time travel because wasn't like Sonic CD's entire story
Sonic
about time travel?
Sonic CD was a weird one because it involved this one little planet. This little planet that kind of existed on Mobius where time was kind of like
Weird.
diluted or weird,
Yeah.
and that's why they had the whole time present past mechanic on there,
Yeah.
and you had
Yeah.
to get the time stones in order to like get the full
Right.
ending and
Right.
everything.
Right. 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 Yeah. So probably time travel to
Yep.
save Eggman at some point.
Yeah, most
And I'm
likely.
glad
Oh
he
my
had
God,
his.
Agent Stone!
Yeah,
Agent Stone, bring back Eggman.
I'm glad he had his moment with Agent Stone. I'm very happy.
Oh yeah,
I
that was
love. I'm
awesome.
glad. It's so funny because
You're not a
Agent.
sycophant. It's like you're not a sycophant.
Yeah.
You're a sycophant. I love that line.
Yeah.
That
It was
was
a
so
great.
stupid and corny,
No,
but it
but
was
like their
so
entire
good.
relationship is dumb. It's so funny.
Yeah.
You
It
know.
was. I mean,
I
It
have to
was
say it, out of
they
all of Eggman's like sidekick guys, because like every Sonic thing has had Eggman sidekicks. Honestly, Agent Stone
uh-huh.
is one of my
Agent
favorites.
Stone has been one of the best.
Like I
And what's
really
funny is
like the two robots
they
from Sonic X, but
they
Agent
nailed it.
Stone is just so good.
They nailed the whole sidekick thing,
Yeah,
where you have the goofy outlandish
Mhm.
villain and is like bumbling or just kind of like
I
their
mean, I was
sidekick.
about to say I don't.
Stone is semi bumbling, but honestly he's on the
He's
ball half the time.
yeah,
He's
very capable.
Yeah, and you've had like as iconic sidekicks like Scratch and Grounder. You've had Smee from like the Sad AMs ones.
Yeah. Which ones are the
You've
ones
had
from Sonic X?
what's his name? Smee, I forget. Sonic X was Orbot. No, that's Orbot and Cubot from like the newest stuff. I
The
forget those. I forget the three. It's like these two humanoid looking robots. One's gold, one's silver,
yeah,
and then there's that little devilish looking one that looks like a devil chow,
yeah,
but he
yeah,
just kind of like delivered messages.
yeah.
Uh,
They've all
I,
really nailed
Jack.
it, but Agent Stone I think is one of the better ones. And
Mm-hmm.
that act, it also helps the actor is just totally down with it too. Like he is so excited.
Oh yeah,
He
he
just loves it.
loved
He
doing that.
loves it. To be fair, he is
And I
also
think that
acting with what's his face, so it's hard not to be excited when you're acting with him.
Jim Carrey,
Yeah,
yeah,
when you're not, when Jim Carrey's in a fat suit, it's hilarious,
yeah.
hilarious. And when he's just
Uh,
filming with himself as well, he's just
like we're
recording a scene with himself. I
I
love the
love this
callback. It's
single
like
call out.
this, yeah, the call it of like where it's almost like it's the same person played by two and that same actor. Or I don't even remember it was an amazing
It's like
line though.
it's almost like we're as they're like looking at each other as if they're in a mirror and stuff,
Yeah,
and yeah, they literally just call out the meta.
it's almost like we're the same actor or same person.
You know,
So funny.
it was fantastic.
Uh,
No,
well, there's our
let's
Sonic
see.
rant for this
Yes,
week.
for this
Uh,
week.
that reminds me, I still need to play the newer Sonic games. I just haven't gotten around to it, or need to buy them at some point. I will at some point though.
Yes, you do.
So let's do some slightly rapid fire stuff because unfortunately, the next thing we're going to talk about it's not really
It's not me. It's not like a
it's
huge.
news, but like there's not a lot of stuff around it because GTA 6 is facing legal challenges in Brazil, France, Netherlands, Australia, and Mexico because of the no physical disc policy they have in the beginning of their sales. And unfortunately, that's basically all
What
we
the?
know. Like that's basically all we know.
Yeah.
I've looked it up. I've tried to look it up and I found some things, but unfortunately, once again, it's like a lot of things that have been translated, and so I'm probably losing stuff in some things
It's.
in
I mean, it
translation.
boils down from some of them. Okay, I don't know for all of them, but in some, like especially Brazil, ownership means ownership. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean lending. It doesn't mean
Same in the Netherlands.
subscription.
The
It doesn't mean
Netherlands is super serious
you.
about that as well.
Yeah, if you bought a product, if you're able to buy a physical product, you own the physical product.
Yeah.
You don't own an empty case with nothing in there, and you don't own access to something. You
Yeah.
own the game, and so that's why they're in trouble over there, and at
Yeah.
least in Brazil and from what you said, the Netherlands. I
Well,
don't know if they're doing
yeah,
the same thing in
the
France or the
other
others.
three countries, it's the same idea. I'm pretty sure
Then yeah,
it's the same idea. So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's interesting to see because physical, like the argument between physical disc and not, has been a very big deal recently. Along with that fact of like the new apparently Project
good,
Helix, the next
good.
Xbox is going to have a disc drive apparently. Um, we don't know if that was a recent
I,
decision or not, but it's going to have a
I
disc drive
for
apparently.
one I, for one, am happy that we're
Yeah,
finally starting to have like outrage over the fact that they are trying to push this all
yeah.
digital narrative.
I
I've
mean,
been saying for years that they're trying to keep us from owning anything anymore,
yeah.
and now they're not even hiding it. They're literally just like Sony has put it in their policy. You
Yep.
don't own the games anymore. It's literally just you have access to it until the licensing ends or your account is no longer accessible, or we, for whatever the fuck reason, can just take it away from you.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, that no,
Another
that does not fly.
another big thing as well is that they've also went because like Sony owns Crunchyroll and stuff like that, and they're stopping anime physical disc sales as well, and the anime community is not happy about that. So
No,
Sony
absolutely
isn't
not.
Sony isn't liked by any community right now, I feel like.
I've never seen you know the whole joke thing where the companies are like beating themselves up or like hitting
Get
themselves
shooting
on the head, and
themselves,
they're like,
yeah.
why are we? Yeah, they're literally shooting themselves in the face. And like, why are we doing so? Why aren't we doing so well? At this point,
Yeah.
they're this is the biggest example of shooting yourself in the face,
Yeah.
and either they're playing stupid or they're just trying to hope this all what's it called, rolls over, boils over,
Yeah.
or whatever the phrase is. They're just hoping this all dies down and then they can continue doing this plan. Which I'm over here like, I hope
Mm.
that they fail, that all this doesn't work, that like every company that's been working with them, all the game devs, all the third party game devs, although I'll give like small indie companies that can't do a full physical disc thing.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Well, like
That's the reason why there are some
Sony and
digital games.
GTA aren't those companies, you
Yeah.
know? Like
Sony can definitely get physical discs. Uh,
Same with Rockstar.
yeah.
Like
The only reason these
Rockstar
smaller
is
companies
dumb.
don't get physical discs is because it costs too much.
Yeah. It's hard to.
Yeah.
And I mean, like physical discs of indie games is a big, like those are collector's items. There are physical copies
Yeah.
of, oh, what was it? Like I think Ultra Kill has a physical release at some
Ultra
point.
Kill does have a physical. Scott Pilgrim got a physical.
Did
Quite a few like old.
Stardew Valley? I don't think Stardew Valley did.
I don't think Stardew Valley
Stardew
did.
Valley had a lot of physical stuff, but it wasn't the game. Like they have a board game. I know that.
What?
And a few plushies. I really want to play the Stardew Valley board
I
game.
did not know that.
No, they have a board game and it's so expensive because it's sold out immediately, and I'm sad.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, it's same like Slay the Spire has a board game coming out soon. Um, Deep Rock Galactic has a board game coming out soon, I think, as well. Dark Souls has a dark board game as well, I think. There's a lot of video
Well,
game board games. The
I'm
Dark Souls one is
completely
very
flabbergasted
difficult.
by all this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not know all these games had all
The
these.
two I want to play is the Stardew Valley one and the Slay the Spire one. I think the Slay the Spire one is not out yet though. Let's Slay the Spire board game. Oh, it auto completes on Google, so like, oh no, it came out 2024. Yeah, Slay the Spire is a cooperative deck building dungeon crawling adventure, and it's literally just a deck builder, but it like if you look at some of these screenshots, Outcome, it's literally just Slay the Spire. I think it's Slay the Spire 1 specifically. I mean, it's 2024, so maybe it's both. I'm looking at the tokens, and it looks like it's like I see the oh no, the slime boss from Slay the Spire 1 is there. So it looks like it might be the artwork from Slay the Spire 1. But anyway, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
that's funny.
Oh, Sony in deep water.
Yeah.
Sony, get your shit together.
Yeah, basically. Sony, you're so pathetic that we started talking about board games.
Sony, just go back to making discs, games, and videos. Just do that. Go back to that era.
Yeah.
People are you guys are literally ruining the digital age that has, like, this is supposed to be all right. Everyone's supposed to be okay with this, but no, now you guys have ruined it.
Yeah.
So
I was also going to
time
say,
roll back.
to be fair, they did. Microsoft tried this with the Xbox One, to be fair, and failed horribly as well. Like, don't you remember that whole thing about when the PS4 came out during their conference, it said, "Here's how you give a game to a friend," and they just handed the guy
Oh yeah,
a
no,
PlayStation thing.
people
Like,
called them out on that
yeah,
when
it's like
they
they've
announced this
become.
whole thing.
It's like that the Batman quote: "You live
Become
long enough."
everything you've hated.
You
Yeah.
live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Like, it's literally
Yep.
that. And Xbox has apparently confirmed, or like Project Helix, the new Xbox, apparently has a disk drive. So
Can't believe it's just all
it's
gone
something.
full circle.
Speaking of full circle, Alchem, it's time to talk about another company that has had it coming over the past couple years at this point. It's been almost a full year. So, Alchem, Nintendo's patents. Like I said, we're going to have some updates, but this is a big update, Alchem. because
It's,
the Japanese patent office has officially rejected Nintendo's patent application.
oh, thank
And
goodness.
Alchem, did you read the headline that I sent you? Because
You're
if you didn't,
you're
don't.
assuming you're assuming I read.
Okay. So then take a guess. So the official Japanese patent office pointed at a bunch of games and a bunch of prior art, as they call.
Ah,
Take a guess which one of these things they pointed at that helped make the decision. It's not just this
I'm
game,
pretty sure.
but there was
No,
tons
it
of them.
was I know they referenced fan games. They were like, look
Yes.
at all these fan games you allowed to happen.
Yes.
What happened here? Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know the specific one you're talking about, but I know that
It
was.
was a
I
Pokemon fan game
called this.
from yeah. Yeah.
I I literally called this long ago. I was like,
Yeah.
if they wanted to defend their quote unquote copyright, they should have done so with all these fan games, which they never did.
Yep.
But yeah, whatever. Here we are now, and thank goodness
Yeah.
the Japanese courts are finally like, yeah, what about this? So So what
So
fan game was it that caught
So,
them?
it was after an examiner cited footage from a 2013 Pokemon fan game as prior art. Unfortunately, I do not know. Let me just quickly read this. Pokemon Generations. It
Huh,
is
I don't remember that one.
a 3D indie Pokemon game that, like, yeah, like 2013, so a very long time ago. And the funny thing is, Alchem,
Mhm.
is that Nintendo argued that this does not qualify as prior art because it's a fan project infringing on Pokemon related copyright. And the examiner just rejected the argument, just straight up.
What kind of a stupid? Yeah, because that's not an argument.
Well, like,
That's a
technically,
weak.
well, like, here's the problem. In a patent sense, that is not an argument.
No,
Like
yeah.
it doesn't matter if who the copyrights are. It's like it doesn't matter.
You
Um,
had to defend your patent. If you
yeah.
didn't, if you allowed that, then you allow everyone, and that's literally what they did. So,
So yeah. So that is so like now even in because like we've talked about the patents in America being rejected and stuff like that, and the Pocket Pair basically winning their lawsuit, but now even the patents in Japan are being rejected now. So it looks like Pokemon or Nintendo's fun times in courts is finally ending relatively soon. Um,
good, good.
Another really funny thing is I forgot about this. Power World, the Pocket Pair also cited a Pokemon themed mod for Dark Souls 3. So like they've been doing this in their thing as well, and it looks like the examiner agrees that this is like yeah, like it's that
This is
um
stupid. It's not necessarily stupid. It's just like it's they again they
yeah.
shot themselves in the foot, so to
Yep.
speak, by not taking action when they should have. This years ago, this probably would have helped them out now, but they didn't
Yeah.
do that.
Also, a funny thing is Arc Mobile and PUBG Mobile were also cited as um, games to block this patent because I didn't even realize this outcome. The patent was also for touch controls, it looks like.
What?
In spring, yes. So this is actually part of a new one as well. Because Nintendo filed for a patent applying covering a touchscreen based monster catching system. So this was actually
Okay.
a newer patent as well. So it's
Okay.
hilarious. Um, because
Huh.
Power World Mobile is happening soon. So yeah, it's like this one is like, luckily rejected as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So it's just even more things like this. So it's one of those things that is hilarious.
This is, it's been a wild
It's
roller coaster
for
ride
the
for this.
last like year. To be fair, once again,
Finally over.
similar to the when we talked about the other Nintendo lawsuit, Nintendo does have 3 months to appeal. Uh, So they can't do that and try to narrow the patent claims and stuff like that. So we'll see if they try to do that. Um, I doubt they'll try
There's,
to do it though.
I mean, if this is really just a slap suit that they're just trying to do, they'll do it
We'll see.
because all they're trying to do is just ruin. They're just trying to make life harder for Pocket Pair.
Yeah. Well, this one,
And that's
yeah, this patent wasn't specifically. I mean, I was about to say no. It
this
was
wasn't
it was it
directed
was
at Pocket
definitely it was
Pair.
it was
This,
this one was
but
it
this
was
is
probably
related to it.
Pal World Mobile that they were going after this time.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we'll see if we get anything more from that. And the last thing we're going to be talking about isn't necessarily about video games, but it affects us, both of us, and it affects kind of like content creation. And honestly, it still affects video games because a lot of people consume video games through YouTube. So a class action lawsuit has hit YouTube over premium and its ad free claims. And
Ah.
I'm gonna have to say, Alchem, I really hope, like, I don't cheer for big corporations to win lawsuits for a long time, but I think this would kill content creation if this somehow wins. Because what uh the lawsuit is going for is that the YouTube Premium is falsely advertising ad free because YouTubers have sponsored segments in videos, right?
They do.
So
Okay.
it is a
Uh,
misrepresentation of advertising for YouTube Premium to be offering ad free with no interruptions because there are still technically ads on YouTube.
I mean, but that's
But
not YouTube's
and that's
choice.
yeah, that's not YouTube.
That's literally the advertisers going third party
Yeah.
with the YouTubers themselves. They're finding a roundabout way to still put ads in, and that's not YouTube's fault.
Yeah.
Like if
Um
okay, I'll say that if it was YouTube going to the YouTubers, to the uploaders, to the movie, to the video creators, and going here, put our ads in, and if they can
yeah.
prove that it was YouTube, by the way,
Yeah.
because maybe you don't know, maybe like we'll find out later that it
It's
is
true.
YouTube behind the scenes pulling the strings. But no, if it's just third party retailers and vendors and all this other stuff talking to creators about doing so, and the creators are like, "Sure thing, yeah, I
Yeah.
get a free bag. All I have to do is advertise this thing for like 5 minutes or like
Yeah.
I don't know, 30 seconds.
It's usually a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, then I I can't I can't blame them, and I can't say it's YouTube's fault.
Yeah. I and so yeah, it's
This is the one
they
time I am like,
the
I'm also like,
yeah, it's like I said,
you
I'm
can't
like
say
you
YouTube.
can't this is not YouTube's fault. Um
No, not at
but
all.
also like if YouTube loses this, holy cow, like how do you even like
This is a
I'm
slam
sorry,
dunk case, so
but like yeah, but like the I don't see how you even enforce that. Like how do you like you can't have YouTube Premium stop sponsored segments. Does that mean you can no longer have sponsored segments? Like that means like half of YouTube content creation just dies.
yes.
Uh so yeah, it's insane. Like for instance, they reference the apparently the complaint sites videos like for like uh Theon Von podcast that pauses an interview with actor Kevin James for a Pepsi promotion. Surfshark VPN sponsorships. Markiplier game firm videos that transition into NordVPN advertisements.
Hello, everyone. My name is Markiplier and NordVPN. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Yeah, I can
um,
understand the
it's
frustration,
also
but yeah.
yeah, but it's also because like the lawsuit also points to YouTube's comparison between Premium and Premium Lite. Premium Lite is advertised as having most videos are ad free, and the complaint says Premium is promoting as having no ads across all YouTube videos, creating a clear distinction that consumers rely on when choosing between the two subscription tiers. Um,
I feel like there should
though,
be better wording here with YouTube than no YouTube
well,
ads.
here's the thing though, Alchem.
Yeah.
If you go to the help center for YouTube Premium, there is a
Yeah.
disclaimer saying that branding or
Ah,
promotions are not included.
then
Like
there you go.
they say,
Then they're
YouTube,
safe.
Google and YouTube Help Center states that premium subscribers may still encounter creator branding and promotions, including promotional links, merchandise, memberships, and similar content. So like YouTube,
They they covered their
Google has
bases.
that. The problem is that the lawsuit argues that the explanation appears in a separate Help Center article rather than in YouTube premium terms accepted by subscribers. So like you could argue it's like yeah, so what they're arguing is that disclaimer should be when you purchase YouTube premium, which honestly I agree. like that like that uh what's it called, that like what would it be, a warning or disclaimer should probably
Disclaimer.
be
Yeah.
on the terms when you buy YouTube premium.
I,
uh
uh, I, I, okay. I'm over here like I agree, but this is like an I guess kind of agreement.
yeah,
It's a reluctant agreement because it shouldn't be on them. It shouldn't be on YouTube to
also
just suddenly tell their creators, "Hey, no ads for you guys.
yeah, I mean
No
another
ads
thing
from you
is you
guys."
are technically allowed to bend the truth on advertising as well. Like there are plenty of things that like I know false advertising is a thing, but like there is one of those things to say when it comes to this type of stuff. But I just don't see how you win against Google because I think the biggest thing is like you also can label your videos as you having sponsored branding promotion content, you know?
Hmm.
For instance, all of our podcast episodes are are tagged as having promotional or branding like merchandise content because of Alchemized Patreons, the our sellout sections,
Oh,
all
and
my
speaking
YouTube
of, what
vids.
a great segue to our new sponsor.
That would be hilarious. That would have been the perfect
Psych,
thing. We
we
should have done
tricked
it.
you. This entire thing was an entire ruse. This is all an
Yeah,
ad
it
to
should have.
our first sponsor.
If we were really good at that, it should have been way earlier in the episode. It should have been like 2 minutes, like 30, or nah, like 10 minutes into the
Listen,
episode.
listen, listen. When the day comes when we get a sponsor, we
Hey,
have to plan just before this, just before it starts.
no, 100%.
We have to plan like how we are gonna intro it.
Yeah,
Like
no.
speaking of
As soon
this
as a
or
company
whatever.
offers us money, I'm sure Alchem and I will agree to it because Alchem and I like
Speaking of
money.
money, are you scared of your financial future? Well, you don't have to be anymore with, and yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there's
We
so
just have
many
to
of those
work on
things.
those.
Yeah, and to be and honestly, like I don't know how the system works for you, Alchem, but the system of like when the YouTube player says, "Oh, jump here," when like to skip
Oh yeah,
promotion
to
stuff,
skip the
like
ad.
that
Yeah.
stuff works really well. So like
Mm-hmm.
they even have the availability to skip sponsored segments as well nowadays. And the chat is also saying like it's like the change TOS to make creators labeled sponsored segments in videos and stuff like that. That already kind of happens already, because YouTube makes you say, hey, like you can tag a video and say, hey, we have sponsored content or third party promotional deals in this YouTube video. Like YouTube already makes you declare that. So
Yep.
like yeah. So yeah, I don't see this honestly, Outcome. I'm going to be watching this very closely because this affects me very closely. Because I
You
mean,
think this
like,
is going to be another apocalypse situation?
no, I doubt it. Like I said, I don't think they're going to win at
I don't think
all.
this has the weight. I don't think this has the weight that like
The
previous
biggest
situations had.
potential win is they settle out of court and Google moves the disclaimer to when you buy premium.
Yeah.
I think that is the best case scenario realistically for them to win because I don't think they're winning at all. Because the proposed class action seeks damages on behalf of YouTube Premium subscribers, alleging Google's marketing misrepresents the service by promising an ad-free experience, while paid sponsorships remain part of many videos. I mean, like, yeah, I get it. Fight the man, but like, this is not the fight you're going for, because
This isn't that big fight that
this
you'd
is
want to
not
have
the
a.
fight you want to
Yeah.
win. And also, like, I'd hate to say it, but like without those sponsored segments, many YouTube videos wouldn't exist. Like, a lot of YouTube content creators just wouldn't be able to do it without sponsored stuff, because YouTube doesn't pay as well as it used to, according to a lot of people,
Yeah.
Like,
No, not at all.
like it's just not as good as a lot of people have said. And that, I mean, obviously that varies depending on the type of content you make, and it depends. It jumps from creator to creator. There's so many different, not values, but so many different circumstances and stuff like that. But one of the things that always helps is having a sponsor segment, which is why, like, it's like I always say, as soon as a company offers us something, like, unless Alchem has a huge problem with them, we would probably take it immediately. Look,
And if I do have a
like
problem
both.
with them, don't worry, we'll have a new co-host.
And Alchem's fired as soon as he says anything bad about them.
Yep.
Look, if Raid Shadow Legends says, "Here's a bag of money, will you shill Raid Shadow Legends?" I'm gonna try to do my best to convince Alchem. Hey, Alchem, we need to shill
This
Raid Shadow.
podcast brought to you
Yeah.
you come to me and we're like, this
Like,
podcast brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends, and then we just talk about it for like a good couple of seconds.
yeah, dude, I like there are I highly doubt there are many companies that Alchem and I would have huge problems with without taking, like, stuff from them.
No, just can I say this, and I will get this part and then show it to you constantly. No crypto, no crypto.
Oh, Alchem. I've already I told you, I've already said no. I
I
said no
know,
to two
I know.
things that I'm pretty sure were scams, but I just didn't respond. Like,
Oh yeah, you did. I
yeah, I
remember
told
that
you.
they actually reached out to you because yeah.
I was like, this is 100% a scam. They want me to click these links desperately, but I did not. But like, I think at least one of them was maybe legit, but like, once again, whether it's a scam trying to scam me or scam the audience, they're still scams.
Mhm.
Like, okay, we still have standards. I'll shill Raid Shadow Legends, but I won't shill NFTs or crypto. I still have standards. Unless, okay, wait, Alchem. 7 figures?
I don't know. I've seen that one account of yours.
What about 7 figures? And an NFT and a crypto thing offers us 7 figures each. Do you have a price, Alchem?
It's like what is the cost of
I have
one
a price,
soul?
and it's at least 7
Fuck.
figures.
I hate to say it.
For specifically, I'm not going to say a specific number, but like, it's a lot of money for crypto and NFT
Yeah.
stuff. It's a lot.
For me, okay. It
Same
would
with
have to be
AI.
some amount. It would have to be something where I'd actually be able to live comfortably for a
Yeah.
very foreseeable amount of time.
No, I'd have to be set up for life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd be like, if you want me to show this stuff, it better be like at least 7 figures. And if it's not, what are you
Because
doing?
the shot to one, my pride, reputation, and like just general
Look,
sense of
yeah.
self-worth gets tarnished. At least to me. I like everyone
Yeah.
will have their opinion of me, but what I think of myself would go down the drain too.
I can drain my
But it has to be a
sorrows.
lot.
I can
If
drain.
it
I'd
means
have to drain.
financial.
If I could drown my sorrows in bags of money, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Because unfortunately, we do live in an era where yes, money does eventually buy everyone. There
It
is
does.
a
Everyone
price.
has a price. And we have a price, but it's very expensive. So crypto companies, you better start shilling out.
You
But
may not have a price because you have pride, but other people have a price on you. Remember that.
True. Speaking of pride and stuff like that, Alchem, that's all we got for today. So I want to do some shout outs.
Ah, right. Here we go. Shameless plug. Let's go. Okay. So thank you everyone who are prompting in on to the podcast. For those of you who are listening in on my little rant here, my name is Alchem. I am a Tanuki Tanuki themed VTuber over on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok. I also post random stuff on Twitter, Instagram from time to time. And you can catch me on those platforms where I just do random shenanigans, play random games, do events. Hopefully, can start some more stuff soon. Hopefully, In fact, in probably just a little bit after the podcast, I'll be getting ready and hopping into VR to go explore a bit. Uh, you can catch me on those platforms. If you're new, feel free to watch, enjoy, interact. Um, you can also support me if you'd like over on Patreon. I one day I will need to like set up a thing where I can actually show you guys how to get there. But yeah, you can just more importantly, like you can just follow on Twitch where you'll find all that info. Um, Other than that, though, you can always catch me here on the podcast alongside the Techno Jelly, and that is my little key to let Jelly know that they can take it away. Go, Jelly, go.
Hello, everyone. My name is TheTechnojelly. Please, if you are watching on the Two Buds One Podcast YouTube channel, please subscribe. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, also subscribe. I think you follow on Spotify. Please follow us on Spotify. Leave a comment on either YouTube or Spotify. There are comments on Spotify. Hit that like button, all that good stuff. Comment down what you guys would like us to talk about, or if you're anything you want to say about us, if you hate us, if whatever. It's whatever. We can take it, I'm sure. If you like to follow me personally, that's kind of creepy, but that's okay. On the internet, it's okay. You can follow me on the TechnoJelly on my YouTube channel, where I upload videos on Mondays and Fridays. I've been checking out a bunch of game demos on Fridays and talking about the news like I do in this podcast on Mondays. If you would like to follow me IRL, I have a IRL channel called Jellyfit where I am slowly getting back into shape and doing workout and all that good stuff. And if you want a immersion breaking of realizing I am in fact not a slime, I'm sorry for hurting your immersion, but it is that is the case. If you would like to support me directly, please go to the Patreon at patreon.com/TheTechnoJelly. You join all of these nice people going along the credits right now. You also get access to a once a month live stream that is going to be happening. That live stream for this month is happening in 2 weeks. So join and you can vote on what we're going to be talking about and doing all that good stuff. If you'd like to follow me, I have a Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Threads, all at the TechnoJelly. Thank you, everyone, for watching episode 87 of Two Buds One Podcast, and we're going to see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.
Later, everyone.